introduce myself. Ashley Connor. I am on the security committee for the publishing. Just want to welcome everybody tonight for coming, everybody in the room and everybody online. Thank you for coming and being part of our meeting. Now, if you want to take a minute, or if you could take a minute to look over the minutes, and any corrections or make any motions to approve those minutes. And I have a second.
A second.
So now, I introduced myself already, but we'll go around the room for everybody in the room to introduce themselves, just kind of say your name and your role, and then we'll get to those. I'm Ryan as well.
I'll start. Larry Roberts, and the treasurer for the coalition.
I'm Laura Durham, I'm the director. Candy Day, I'm the drug and danger coordinator for coalition.
I'm Sean Sutton, I'm a local pastor.
Lisa Simpson, I'm the DOC project coordinator for the Unity Coalition.
I'm Melissa McGirt. I am the program manager for the coalition.
All right, and anyone online wants to introduce themselves?
I think I'm the only one. I'm Jennifer Triplett from Family and Children's Service. I'm just a guest.
All right, so that's everybody. Thank you again, everybody, for coming. Have any no financials today, so we'll get right to the main minutes. So, anybody, whatever you want to call. So, again, my name is Ashley Connor. I am from the regional office for the Tennessee Department of Health, the Mid-Cumberland region. And so and I are the regional substance abuse coordinators. Wow, a lot of words there. So essentially tonight, we're gonna just kind of go over a little bit or a lot about what we do. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask those. I will answer them to the best of my ability. I will say I'm kind of new, but kind of not. Started in February. Worked a week, had a baby, came back a couple months later. But I'm finally getting into this role, and we just want to share with you all how we're here to help you all and partner with you all and continue to take on this that we have going on in our society. Yes. So we also have another person that works with us. So we have myself and Twain, and we also have Dramon, and I will talk about him in the presentation. And then also we'll have some information separate together, but separate from our presentation from Megan Dixon. She is our epidemiologist that we work with from Metro.
Is there a presentation you want first?
Do the, I mean, it really doesn't matter. You can do, no. Yeah. All right, again, Mid-Cumberland Regional Health Department and 20 actually. So just again, we already kind of went through this, but meeting the team, there was like coordinator and myself and Twain. Dramon is our patient navigator. And again, I'll talk more a little bit about more what he does with us, and then Megan Dixon is our epidemiologist. So just to go over a few things that we want to cover in the presentation today. Hopefully we cover these well. If not, feel free to ask questions when we get done. So our grant is called the OD2A, so it's data to action. That's what that stands for. And then we'll go over our news cycle that we just started and kind of go over some of the regions and metros in our region and our region and metros that we have in Tennessee, community outreach that we do, partnerships along with stakeholders, and we'll explain that, naloxone distribution, linkage to care, which is where Jimron comes in, and then our OMAR, which is overdose monitoring and response, and that is naked. Now, just a brief overview, and just hop in and like whatever, I'll, it happens. So our OD2A was a 4-year grant, with the CDC that started in September of 2019. So as we know, a few months later, 2020, we all know what happened, so we kind of got slow going there because of the pandemic, but the work kept going, and we just currently started our next cycle, that started September 1st of this month. And then it just basically, streamlines the work that we're doing in the department and allows us to work with different agencies. As you can see here, bringing us all together because we're all kind of doing the same work. But we want to bring it all together so we can, you know, work smarter. So this is, out in Tennessee, our regions and metros. So each region, so you'll see Mid-Cumberland over here, is broken up, and then some have metros. And then, so like the Mid-Cumberland, you'll see Davidson County is its own, so they have their own entity, their own health department. And then the other counties, the other 12 counties around that is what is considered the big. So our grant covers 5 counties that are starred on this map. So this is, again, the Cumberland region. We have Montgomery, Cheatham, Dixon, Wilson, and Rutherford. These are our high impact area for HIA counties. Counties that have, you know, been identified, as counties that have high overdose rates.
Also, our objectives, like I should say, yeah, we started this year, then we granted a naloxone distribution, and still right now, if you go out, if you out today, she said this is about Obama, that's one to response. We conduct stakeholder meetings in each counties. We have one big stakeholder meeting, a big conference. We invite everybody to come to. We try to get in partnerships with each county to try to get people and participants to speak on this. And also we do the industry care, which is Jamal, and she's based out of Wilson County Health Department. We outreach vendors at local events. Like we get different people trying to get in partnerships with our community events to come.
Yeah, like an example was the Recovery Fest this past weekend in Cheatham. We came and we had, you know, resources available. We have a resource brochure that we try to keep updated, when we make partnerships, and that way we can get them out at events like that, you know, so that we can try to help them on and link people together, get the services that they need.
Create partnerships with local stakeholders. So in most of our events that we attend, like we have TSU and college campaigns, we meet people, different people invite them to come out and, you know, do things with us, so we can share some information with them, and they know people that come and help us with things as well.
And then, of course, presentations like today, we like to get in touch with organizations like the coalition and hopefully maybe the health council eventually and other agencies in the county, and just kind of talk to them about what we do. And that's how we kind of build those partnerships with stakeholders. Because I mean, in Maryland, like I said earlier, if we partner with other people, it's works better, and we can all work toward the same goal and work together to do that.
Treatment.
Yeah, but naloxone, usually put that on there because we did get naloxone and money to purchase it. But we all know sometimes the state can be tricky sometimes. So we're trying to navigate that. We've actually talked to Amber, the roads here, and we're kind of just working with her and seeing where we can help her. You know, if she does pop up events, how we can help her. distribute that and help get the education out there with her. So she's been, more than willing to allow us to come and hang out with her. And so that's how we're navigating that right now, but we'll definitely let you know when we're able to do that ourselves. But right now, we, again, working with Rose, and you can also go to your local. You can get it, and we do that before too, but, if you know anyone else or if you all, don't have any, for some reason, there's, yes.
With our resources, with substance abuse disorders, we do have a lot of, we have a resource guide, resource that actually created, like, produce one send people to different resources, whether it's substance misuse treatment or some facilities, or they need some of their budget mind to navigate this. We try to expand it, navigate this.
Yeah, yes, we are looking to get into other counties, so essentially, and I don't want to talk about that, because about that, but he does, work with the patient in the health department, and he really helps get them linked to the care that they need. Not just what, we thanks them, but really sits down with them and talks with them about that, and then, we also have harm reduction kits that we give out, and we put the Narcan with that when we do have it. But that comes with just a couch, and then I also put some just resource information in there as well. And it comes with a mask and gloves, and then of course, Narcan will have that. And that's just a couple pictures of some events that we've done recently. The one at the top is, one with MTSU, they had a Meet Murfreesboro Day, at the campus of, MTSU. Allow different agencies to come and share their resources, help the students, get all the information that they need for the year. And just some other, pictures. We've been, done a lot of stuff in Cheatham County. We've done Summerfest, we did, the recovery, fest this past weekend. So, any way that we can get connected this way is what. If you need us to be a part of anything, help with any education, because my background is health educator, so I sometimes try to go that way, but if you need us for anything like that. So our stakeholders, usually we want them to be made up of people who are, like-minded, working with opioid epidemic, like first responders, police, schools, community-based organizations like you all. And then, substance misuse professionals, elected officials, social service organizations, and other healthcare professionals. So we try to look at, those people, and even if there's people like kind of outside that still work in that space, we want them to be a part of these stakeholder meetings. Like I said earlier, we really want to get like this small, like the stakeholder meeting in the county is more of a smaller meeting where we get together and really try to work on that data to action piece that we talked about. Like Megan will come in and she'll deliver numbers. I know we all get numbers thrown at us all the time. So, we really want that to not be all of that. We want that to just be a small portion of that. We really want to just, do Megan's goal and all of our goals is just to really put the numbers out there, and then also, really create a good discussion about how we can, again, all work together and create that action piece that we're really working towards. So these can be monthly or bi-monthly, it just kind of depends on how, we all meet lots of meetings. So, sometimes the bi-monthly or, works better because, you kind of do it every month. It's a little redundant, you don't really get a lot of different information, but that's the goal of that is, share resources, share what, police are seeing, because, we don't always sit at the desk, but most of the time we're looking at our computers, sending an email, but the police and EMS and fire, everybody, they're seeing it like firsthand, and we want to get that feedback from them, so how we can get resources and how we can better help.
competition. Like, information from Arcade. Hopefully we'll get some information soon.
Yes,
Now it's
yeah.
Arcade, like I said, we have to do it. They make sure. Hopefully we'll have something soon.
Yes, we ordered it way back before the summer and
We still.
nothing, so, like I said, sometimes things take longer than they say, but, again, there's Ever, she's a great resource here. And then there's Department as well. So Javon is, like I said earlier, our patient navigator, Wilson County, looking to expand to other counties in our HIA, out of those 5 counties. We partners with the health department, and we essentially have a survey that's made up, and then it's part of the patient process. So when they answer all the questions in the room, they kind of go over this survey. It goes through your mind, and any point if I'm wrong in play. And they kind of, just like we talked about earlier, kind of just part of the, do you smoke, do you drink? It kind of goes over, but more in depth as far as substance use disorder. And then, from there, he talks with the patients, really sees if there's they really need resources or how they can be connected in the community, what those needs are. And it's been going very well. Javon does a great job over there. He's very well connected. So he does a great job. Right, so now we'll go to the next presentation. We'll go over Megan's portion of our OMAR overdose monitoring and response. So Megan submitted a presentation for us today. She wasn't able to attend the meeting, unfortunately. She was at a meeting in Murfreesboro, but she wanted us to kind of go over how she looks in the data, what resources she uses to get this data that was. And so data review. So there's non-fatal suspected drug-related overdoses she gets from a program called ESSEC. It's reported. It reports patient location, temporal trends, and demographic characteristics. So from there, she gets non-fatal suspected overdose information for Cheatham County. And then we also have ODMAP, which is real-time data that's submitted by EMS. And from there, she's able to look at hotspot analysis and trends over time. And then the part that we don't have in Cheatham is information from the medical examiner. So that's where she really gets more information. Like the two at the top are great because ODMAP is real time overdose data, but when we get that data from the medical examiner, it really allows her to see more of kind of more details, I guess you could say, as far as what drugs and what things are happening in the fatal.
So question about that. So do you think that real-time geolocation, you think it comes from, they would call it coming from the house, they call it at the hospital or something like that?
It comes from wherever they make the call. Wherever they're called out to, that's where the it's in that, little dots. And you can't really zoom in, but it's showing the general area, and wherever they're called out to, that's where. Yeah.
Actually, without being too simple here,
Yeah.
why are you missing this information?
Cause so I need to say that again, so we aren't, so we don't know who the next board member is, or we do, and we're not, it's hard to get in contact with them, because sometimes maybe we don't have the email, or we haven't made that contact yet. But it's really simple, Megan has a form, we want to make it a little more personal. We're asking for information, we're gonna talk to them, need them, and it's just a form that they fill out. It's not information that here, that is just part of the work we're doing in how we can better help Cheatham County. So sometimes it's just a barrier to get to know that person, who that person is, how to get connected there. But,
So actually, I did ask the sheriff, and I think I told you, he wasn't sure. He was gonna check, but then I forgot to follow up.
oh, that's all right. All right.
But it shouldn't be that difficult for us to
It
find out who our
shouldn't, and I-
medical center is.
And I think I know who this person is, but I don't know how to get in touch with them. But if you can look it up, it's on the website, but it doesn't have any like. Contact.
Probably.
Or BJ, EMS. Oh, I'm sorry.
First one there, and share.
Yeah, yeah, so this is where stakeholder. This is information that shared in a small stakeholder meeting, I should say. So when we do look at the information and share it in our group, people that, it's like, need, as Megan can say, if she's given this presentation, like, need to know information, so it's not like, you know, personal data or personal information that's shared with everybody, essentially just looking at numbers and saying, we have an issue, obviously, we know that, but what are the areas that are our biggest issues and how can we help?
It's all.
From the internal approach. Yeah, that's where we bring everybody together. And that one's good too, because you're able to get connected across the region with other counties, and you can share ideas and things that you're seeing. In other counties. You can try that, you know, it's really good to have that connection. So just some data from Cheatham, so Essex is a syndromatic, without butchering it, with, I'm not epidemiologist for sure. So Essex is the syndromatic surveillance system supported by the emergency department. So this is information from the hospital. Syndromatic surveillance data consists of de-identified information reported by healthcare facilities regarding chief complaint diagnosis and patient characteristics. So they're according to the information that she has gotten from Essex, there have been 42 incidents captured so far this year as of today. And the colored dots represent alerts or warnings based on the internal bleeding average. So once they kind of like a threshold that it hits, so the red dots are like big alerts. That doesn't matter, like warnings, like she said, based on the average, that get a little bit above the average, or close to the average. So this is ODMAP. So this is the hotspot picture that you would see. So there's this one, and then there's like the one where it has the dots. So the hotspot data to me really lets you see in the group, like you want literally are your hotspots. Like this section is a big red section, so that must be our spot that we need to be thinking about and figure out how we need to address that. So the overdose detection mapping application is what ODMAP stands for. And then it's real-time data that's submitted by each EMS call. And the heat map on the left represents calls from January 1st to yesterday. That's the heat map from here. And then the monthly average 13.6 incidents. So one thing I'll say about ODMAP, it has, each county has like a threshold number that they'll hit, and when they hit that number or go over that number, we get alerted and we're able to say, you know, what's going on here, see if it's related, and see if there's any kind of response that we get to that area for that county, or really just up our resources in that area. The OMAR activity breakdown I made from this, the overdose monitoring response system of tracking suspected and fatal overdoses from non-fatal and fatal drug overdoses across systems. So ODMAP, Essex, NE, data and work group consists of stakeholders. Again, with that need to know information. So she's just showing in each county what information we have. So we have that as some data in each county. Cheatham, Montgomery, and Rutherford are only 8 counties with ODMAP. And then we have medical examiner data from Montgomery and Rutherford. I think they were just missing that one piece. Once we get connected there, it shouldn't be a big process, I believe. We can get that. So we touched on this a little bit, but Megan threw some more information in here for us about the stakeholder meetings. We really want these engagements to be successful. They're vital in implementing programs and how we can work with you all and work with other agencies in the county and how we really take the numbers that we're seeing and again, create that data to action. Hopefully, maybe from these committees or from the state farm meeting, we can have little committees that can meet or just kind of stay in touch with each other, really to work on that local prevention and data that action. With those working with oral groups. We really want to try to get that unhoused population, which I know she knows it's a big thing here in Berries and other vulnerable groups in the area. So you'll see her graph over here. So go over to the stakeholders, our big group, and then this little subgroups from that just to make up that large group. So public safety, prevention coalitions, healthcare providers, public health, and treatment and recovery. The more people from those groups we can have, the better work. Why does it matter? Well, all aspects should work closely together. And as I keep saying, you know, we want to work together. We're working toward a common goal. And we're not, you know, work together in doing that. And each component should evaluate the progress of others, ensure time is being appropriately utilized. So these meetings, we want them to be effective. We just need to be row numbers at the end. But okay, see you next month or in 2 months. We want to really dig deep and see what it is we can do about it. I mean, we're not. It's an epidemic. It's something that's going to be ongoing. But how can we better help? And the emphasis on public health, public safety coordination. We really want to connect that there, and strong working relationships and communication is key. So we all again have common goal at the end of the day. So more we can work together there. Resources is Sharon, where she got all those numbers from ODNAP. What should I feel like I learned that? Essentially, what I want to say is our goal is, you know, how can we get connected with you all and really help provide that response in the community? And you know, really just try to help Cheatham County work together. See what different. Just got something on.
I have a question.
Yeah.
About you mentioned about getting naloxone from the health department.
Yes.
I think I've asked this a couple of times, but I wanna, what does someone do? Do they just walk in and ask
Yes,
what it
so
is?
I meant to say that in there, but, so you can just walk in and say, I need, a box of Narcan, and then, but they'll have like information that they'll add you to as well, you know, to show you how to use it and that sort of thing.
So the way it works now, it's available to purchase at a drugstore or something.
Yeah.
Where you can get it quick
It's
at a place.
legal to purchase
Yes.
at the drugstore, but
But
I
it's-
talked to
yeah.
a pharmacist a couple of days ago. He doesn't have any. He said he can order it. He doesn't have it yet.
But you'd have to buy a
Yeah.
pharmacist and then-
Uh,
Right.
Right.
But is there a backlog or something? Because you're saying how.
Oh, like, so the health all the health departments have it on hand, you can go there at any time, but Antoine and our program and other offset programs from the health departments. Ordered some back in the summer and it's just taking forever for us to get those. And I'm assuming it's because they're trying to give those over to the health departments. And we're just gonna get whatever is left over.
So, related to that, how do people know? I mean, I've heard, oh, you can get a health card, I was like, can you or not, what do I need to do?
You
Are
can,
they are they gonna do like an advertising campaign or?
don't think so.
Really send us a flyer.
Yes, we have flyers that they have, and they are in the Cheatham Health Department. They do have them up for like in the rooms and in the clinic for the patients to see. But as far as getting the word out,
They don't really want
up to us, I guess you could say, and word
I mean, but do you want to get the word out? I mean, I know it involves a product that's quite
Yeah,
expensive.
that's the goal, is to get it out, because I know I've spoken to the health department up here since I've left, and they haven't really had it, which people don't know, they come get it, but, so that's why we're trying to get the word out, word of mouth, doing presentations, telling y'all, so you all can tell people that, I mean, it's free, you just come in there, ask for it. And you can come in anytime, and have a meeting.
So. You read the recovery request,
Mhm.
so. Over there. So I was at, AC's paper. I saw there's some boxes of marketing. So was that marketing anything, or like, were they passing that out there, or
We
were, okay?
but you guys, were y'all passing it? out?
No, we didn't have any.
A local health department, did they have a booth too? Okay.
I just didn't know if it, I feel like that there's some stigma around it for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's just,
Yeah.
maybe it's just bad information, I don't know, is where is it available, is it free, is it? Cause I hear,
Yeah.
I go, but then all of a sudden you're free, I think.
You're right.
So,
Yeah,
it's just a.
yeah,
Yeah,
There is.
that's what I
there
was,
is.
the same thing about, well, here it is about the health department, but how do you go about it? I'm not seeing any advertising.
Yeah.
And then should someone be trained, and like this, I
Yeah.
have questions.
Be something that, maybe. Help educators there and get with Amber and maybe kind of coordinate that somehow, I don't know.
Maybe they think it's like an AED, just like, hey, try it out, if it works, just. Like, I don't know, it's an AED, but it has instructions, I'll read it as I do it,
Right, and I mean, in that kind of situation, something, well. I don't think you're gonna be wanting to read directions while you're trying to save somebody, but that, I mean, that could be something that can happen. We partner with Amber, if you wanted to come, a couple times a year or something, and, do a training there, and also say, well, you can get that.
I'm certain.
Yeah, so.
Thank you.
Thank you, hopefully we gave you some good information, and again, if you ever need us for any events, or, want to partner, hopefully we can get our stakeholder meeting going, we just gotta figure out a good time and get everybody connected. Got some? Oh, yes, forgot.
You still have class.
All right, so does anybody have any community announcements?
Announcements, everybody has,
Yeah, I don't know if online has any.
If anybody online wants to have any announcements.
So I'll make some announcements for the coalition. The first is that if anybody needs any medication lock boxes, we actually have some here in the office, in the community room. We also have them in our office. You can stop by and pick those up. And then I did kind of want to give you a quick little update on what the coalition has been doing. So September is Suicide Prevention Month. So we actually were able to partner with our middle and high school schools and do lunch pop-ups at the school, so we created blank cards and we call them You Matter cards, and the activity is take one, leave one. And so the students have been coming up to us during lunch period, and we've been having really good discussion about how we are each other's support system. And you never know how one word of kindness or support could change someone's life and help them feel encouraged. So on those cards, they write words of encouragement, things that bring them joy, add it to a pile, and we actually have a whole pile of cards from students all over the district, and it's kind of becoming like a trading card, so you fill out a card with something that encourages someone, and then you take one that speaks to you. And that's been going really well, the kids are loving the activity, and we actually took some to Recovery Quest as well and passed it out to some community members, and there was a lot of really good, engagement with everybody who got some. Our next coalition meeting is October 10th, same place, 5 to 6 p.m. And that is all for me.
Anybody else? Don't forget to scan the QR code to, submit your survey for the meeting. Suggestions. And that's it.
Oh, really quick, if you haven't been able to sign in yet, if you could just sign in on, sign the sign-in